Good morning, Virginia Democrats. I don't know about you, but when I left the arena last night, Laura and I took the subway back. We were a little warm from the heat and humidity. But coming back from the arena last night, I felt such a sense, a renewed sense of hope and optimism for the future of our country. And I went to bed last night and I woke up this morning so proud of being an American, so proud of being a Virginia Democrat. And so proud of one of our own, Tim Kaine. Did he make us proud or what? And who knew he could do impersonations? You know, Tim's nomination also places a special responsibility on us as Virginians who know him best. A responsibility, but also a great opportunity to tell the rest of the nation what a great vice president Tim Kaine is going to be. Myself, I have known Tim Kaine for over 25 years. We first met in law school. Now, for those of you who have heard the story of Mark Warner and Tim Kaine meeting in law school, I need to clarify two things. It was not the same law school they went to. And when Tim Kaine and I met, it was in the classroom. Back then, when I was in law school at the University of Richmond, Tim was in private practice as a civil rights lawyer. And he was also an adjunct professor at the University of Richmond. And I was lucky enough to take one of his classes. And I still remember that class, and I remember him very well in that class. And I could tell then he cared about all of his students. And by the way, he set a very high standard and expectation for all of us. I'm not going to mention what kind of a grader he was, but he set a very high expectation for all of us. And he would sometimes share stories about what it was like to be a civil rights lawyer and fighting discrimination. And I could tell that from those experiences he shared with us, that he was someone who really cared about other people. And I don't have to tell anyone in this room what a great guy he is. We've all got stories about how, you know, whether we've campaigned with him or he's helped somebody out or helped us out, we've got an opportunity and a responsibility to tell the rest of the nation what a great job he's going to be, and what a great person he's going to be, or is, and what a great job he's going to do as vice president. And Hillary Clinton and Tim Kaine will stand in direct contrast to the bullying and the divisiveness that we're seeing from Donald Trump and the Republicans. It's also been great this week to be here with our other great United States Senator, Mark Warner. And he did a great job as governor and now doing it as U.S. Senator, helping then to make sure our state and now making sure that our country is prepared for a 21st century economy. And those of you who were here at the breakfast when he spoke will remember how he also talked a little bit about how far we have come as Virginia Democrats over these years. And that, you know, there were times years ago when politically we fell somewhere between, I think he said, Wyoming and Idaho in terms of how reliably Republican Virginia was. And I remember those days. We all remember those days. And hearing him talk about that also took me back to my days with the Loudon Democrats. And there, all right, so I can say this as a Loudoun Democrat. They're not necessarily early risers, but I remember joining the Democratic Committee in Loudoun back in the 1980s. And then after college and law school, or after law school and coming back and getting my practice established, rejoining and getting back involved. And back then, Loudoun was probably one of the most reliably Republican counties in Virginia. And here we are, a battleground county in a battleground state. And you know what? To my Loudoun Democratic friends, we were up for the challenge in 2008. We were up for the challenge in 2012. And we are up for the challenge in 2016. And we are going to win. It's been great to have our congressional delegation led by Bobby Scott, and didn't he do a great job? We've been proud of Bobby Scott in Virginia for years, and he made us proud again on that big stage last night, didn't he? And Jerry Connolly and Don Beyer and all of our hard-charging challengers, having them here. And I got to talk about the challenger who's going to be my congressman next time, Lou Ann Bennett. The first time I got a chance to vote for Congress was in 1980. And I've been represented by a Republican ever since. And this November, that's changing when we elect Lou Ann Bennett. And I feel so proud to be a part of a great team. Our governor has been literally crisscrossing the globe, bringing new businesses and new industries to Virginia. The numbers keep piling up in terms of economic development deals and jobs created and capital investment, and he's helping to make Virginia more welcoming and more fair. And it's been great to have our lieutenant governor here. He has been working hard on issues like how to make sure that all of our folks have health care and how we make sure that our kids are prepared for the 21st century. And some of you may have heard a couple of days ago at the breakfast, he said he was looking forward to putting in for a promotion. So I guess in that same vein, I can say I am looking forward when the time comes next year to asking the people to renew my contract for another 4 years. Thank you. Well, we have all seen how the Office of Attorney General can be misused and even abused, trying to take people's health care away from them, persecuting scientists, and well, the bar was set pretty low. But I hope I've shown all of you, and I hope I've shown all Virginians how this office, in the right hands, can be used for a force for good in people's lives, how it can be a force to make people's lives better. And I am so proud of what we've been able to do to fight for justice and equality and opportunity for all Virginians. I will be the first to admit that some of the actions we've taken has generated some criticism from predictable corners. You know, sure you will remember they tried to impeach me. They tried to disbar me. And it was hearing the stories of people who've told me what it has meant to them to have an Attorney General stand up and fight for them and protect them and keep them safe.